Everybody, it's Catherine. Welcome to my channel where I'd like to talk all things fragrance and beauty. Tonight we're talking about a fragrance that I've mentioned in the past. We're going to dive a little bit more in depth to it tonight. I recently, actually not so recently, but I haven't had a chance to review it yet, but I bought the Discovery set of Montale fragrances, and tonight I want to go over some of the fragrances inside, as well as dive a little bit more into the history of Montale. So Montale is a fairly new perfume house as compared to some of the other fragrance houses I've reviewed in the past. So prior to the creation of Montale Fragrance House, Pierre had spent some time in Saudi Arabia creating personal fragrances for royal families, noblemen, and celebrities. Then in 2003, he moved to Paris and founded his company. In 2005, he released his first collection of fragrances, which quickly sold out. He's known for creating Middle Eastern inspired fragrances and introducing them to the Western world. His Middle Eastern experience really plays a huge part in the creation of his perfumes. He loves using Middle Eastern materials used by Arabian perfumers in his fragrances, such as agar wood or oud, cedar, amber, balsam, musk, and similar scents. So his first collection of fragrances that he released in 2005, which quickly sold out, included the unisex fragrances of Sweet Oriental Dream, Royal Oud, Orient Extreme, Intense Tiare, Adar, and Oud Lime. The perfume specifically for women included the Oud Rose Petals and Powder Flowers, and then for men was Woods and Spices. Pierre uses high-quality natural materials in large concentrations, so the perfumes have a strong intensity and lasting power. He's really passionate about using roses in his fragrances because of their sensuality and originality, and also paying homage because they're the scent of Oriental gardens. He likes to use vanilla in a scents. He considers vanilla is intimate and sensual. Vanilla is also indispensable in the making of Oriental perfumes. Pierre has more than 10 vanilla bourbon fragrances currently, and he uses vanilla from Madagascar because of its high quality. Flowers are also often used in his fragrances because of their depth, richness, and femininity. He also feels that flowers bring sun and light to his fragrances. Fruits are also used for both unisex men's and women's fragrances. They're not considered masculine or feminine. They bring natural sugar, acidity, and freshness to his fragrances. It adds a sparkling note. And then musk, amber, patchouli, vetiver, and sandalwood, which are all perfumes in and of themselves, are essential in the Montale landscape because of their enveloping and sensual nature. As I mentioned in my other Montale review, one of the really cool aspects of Montale fragrances is the use of his aluminum bottle. Aluminum bottles are often used in niche perfumeries because the aluminum helps the perfume to maintain its perfume concentrate. It's kind of a mark of a luxury perfume product. So by his use of the aluminum bottle, he's not only bringing modern luxury into his fragrances, but also retaining the tradition of perfume making. His bottles are specifically created to preserve the valuable essence housed in the bottles, thus contributing to their evolution. To quote Montale, "A fragrance is a natural and living raw material which continues its maceration. Fragrances will gain strength and roundness along in its conservation, time, and maceration. The secret of an elixir." So now getting into my Discovery set. Also to note, Montale was the first French perfume collection to use oud in his fragrances. Oud is a complex, rich, and smoky ingredient known as the truffle of the perfume industry. He's kind of renowned for his use of oud in his fragrances. Over many of his 95 at current perfumes contain oud. So as I had said earlier, oud is actually agar wood. It's considered a royal ingredient in about every sense of the word, and it's considered an aphrodisiac in the East. Oud is an aromatic resin, oleoresin. Other names include agar, agar wood, eagle's wood, aloes wood, oud or oud. So this resin is the product of an immunological reaction to this certain tree to mold. When the tree is infected, it produces this precious, dark, aromatic resin in the heart of its trunk. Oud and its extracts are extremely expensive. Its value is estimated at being 1.5 more expensive than gold. As such, oud is referred to as liquid gold or the wood of the gods. So his use of oud in his fragrances is a real trademark of Montale fragrances. So I purchased the Fruits and Vanillas Discovery Collection, and I tell you, even upon just opening this box, the fragrances just envelop you. These Montale fragrances are very rich. They have a lot of body. They definitely are very long lasting. I would consider them beast fragrances. You walk into a room and you're going to get noticed by your scent. They actually are too strong for me to even wear by spraying directly onto my skin. I kind of have to do the mist, which gives you an idea of just how potent these little fragrances are. So the Discovery Collection that I got, again, it's really nice because you're getting 2 milliliters of 7 fragrances, and it was $28 for this collection. So basically they're $4 a piece, which is a lot cheaper than if you're like me and you order a lot of samples online. The price for each, even 0.7 milliliter, 1 milliliter, 2 milliliter, many times $4 is not what you're paying for them. So this is kind of a good deal to get this much perfume in a discovery set for $28, especially from Neiman Marcus. This set included Soleil de Capri, Daydreams, Sweet Flowers, Sweet Vanilla, Dark Purple, Intense Cafe, and Sensual Instinct. Like I did with the Killian Discovery set, rather than overwhelm you with 7 different perfumes, I'm going to break this up into the lighter ones, and then in another video go over the 4 more fuller bodied scents. To begin with is Soleil de Capri, which actually was my favorite one in this set. I know, very surprising, being that, you know, I never talk about the beach at all, or my love of it. It's a very, of the entire box of perfumes, this was probably the lightest, most airy of the scents. It is very much like the sun. You definitely get the tropical feel of it, more so than any of the other fragrances at least. The opening notes are kumquat, citruses, and grapefruit, which you definitely smell. You definitely smell citruses in like a layer of floral, which is the middle note. The heart of the fragrance is the white flowers, and then the base of the fragrance is the spices and the musk. Like I said, it literally, it's like a cloud of citrus laying on white flower petals. It's a beautiful, beautiful scent. Soleil de Capri is considered a floral, fruity fragrance and was released in 2007. If you're looking for a Montale fragrance that has the life and longevity of Montale fragrances, but yet is a little less fuller bodied, a little more discreet, this would be a great fragrance for you. The next one I'm going to talk about is Daydream. Daydream is also considered a floral fruity scent for both men and women. It was created in 2017. Daydream starts out with the top notes being mandarin orange and orange flowers. The heart of the fragrance is then tiara flower, jasmine, and neroli. The base, vanilla, sandalwood, and coconut. Again, it's a lighter fragrance. You have that citrus of the mandarin orange, but then it's really leveled out with a very floral foundation. Tiara flowers, jasmine, neroli are all very strong floral scents, are all more heavier bodied florals. So I would consider this, again, one of the lighter Montale fragrances, but definitely not light in a way that it's wafty or like one of the Creed Aqua Originals. It's not light like light and breezy. It's more light in comparison to the rest of the Montale fragrances. All right, and the last one I'm going to talk about today is Sweet Flowers. So unlike Soleil de Capri and Daydream, which were both considered fragrances for both men and women, Sweet Flowers is considered a fragrance just for women. It's considered an amber vanilla fragrance, and it was released in 2008. The top notes of this fragrance include cotton candy, white peach, ginger, pepper, and bergamot. The heart of the fragrance is then tuberose, jasmine, sambac, patchouli, and violet. And then the base of the fragrance is the Madagascar vanilla that we spoke of, sandalwood, oak moss, white musk, and cedar. The fragrance is very sweet. It's very smooth. The cotton candy gives it more of a round, creamy scent mixed with the vanilla. It again is, we're getting more into a more fuller bodied fragrance. The sweetness of it, along with the vanilla and the creamy aspect, it's a sweet, syrupy, candy-ish fragrance with that vanilla. Really gives it more of the Sweet Flowers does start off very candy-ish with that cotton candy and the sweet smells of the white peach and the florals. It does mix rather quickly with the vanilla, so it gives it that full-bodied, smooth, creamy candy aspect to it. But then it does kind of dilute with the flowers and the base notes rather quickly, so it does dissipate more into a more round, subdued fragrance. Still have a light candy aspect to it, but it really does become more mellowed out and more subdued. So again, the top notes were the cotton candy, the white peach, ginger, pepper, and bergamot. The heart of the fragrance is the tuberose, jasmine, sambac, patchouli, and violet. The base of the fragrance, the Madagascar vanilla that we spoke of, the sandalwood, oak moss, white musk, and cedar. So if you're a fan of like Prada candy or Kilian Love Don't Be Shy, this would probably be a fragrance that's more up your alley. If you consider those fragrances too sweet and candy-ish, you're probably not going to like this one either. So again, we talked about the Montale fragrances Soleil de Capri, Daydream, and Sweet Flowers. In the next part of this video, we'll talk about Sweet Vanilla, Dark Purple, Intense Cafe, and Sensual Instinct. So if those are fragrances that you are interested in hearing more about, please stay tuned. Again, my name's Katherine, If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a return guest, thank you for your loyalty. Please make sure to hit the like button. It really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. So I'd very much appreciate if you haven't already to please subscribe to my channel. That way you can stay up to date when I post new content. Also, if you want, please hit the notification bell and then you'll be alerted when that new content is posted. Again, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.
And I wanted to get you a perfume.
You did. You handed me this one. You want to hold it? You want to hold it for the video?
No.
All right.
I didn't hand it to you.
Okay, hand me one. Which one would you like to hand me? Oh, that one. Oh, that's a pretty one. Want to see what this one smells like?
Yeah.
Oh, this one's called Sweet Vanilla.
Yeah. I welcome it.
Woo!
That's what.
Woo! Right on my nose. Woo! That'll wake you up. All right. Okay. Shh. All right. So the last one we're going to talk about in this video is Sweet Flowers.